All right. Well, today we're going to talk about living in a simulation. So, as you can see, I'm outside. It's beautiful out, beautiful lake, beautiful beach, dog in the background. I have a really hot camera woman. It's my girlfriend, by the way, because I broke my stupid camera stand. Anyway, so we're going to have a little bit of unscripted talks here about living in a simulation. So, most people are not actually living their lives like they should. They're not rooted in reality. They're not experiencing the world as it is. They're experiencing the world through filters. And so your first filter is your own mind, your own emotions, your own feelings, and the way that you grew up, your values, your ideas about how things should go. That's your first filter. Now, if you got broken things going on inside of your brain, if you have trauma, anxiety, a bunch of different, problems, depression, whatever, how are you really going to experience that reality? You're going to experience it through a broken filter. And that's why we work on our inner game. That's why inner game is so important. Psychology and working on your mindset isn't just for people who are having mental disorders or people who are diagnosed with a problem. It's for everybody because the quality in which you get to experience life is going to be determined by the filters that you're seeing the world through. So, your own mind, that's filter number one. But now we have all these other external filters that people put in the way as well. How about the screen? The screen that you're looking at right now. That screen is becoming a filter between you and I right now. Now, in some way, that's good because I probably don't know you personally, and it gives us a chance to connect, and maybe you walk away with some value without a personal relationship. So that's nice. The nice part about social media or something like YouTube. But the other thing is, of course, I'm gonna probably edit this video. Maybe I'm trying to keep it unscripted or whatever, but I'm putting my ideas out there, and there's going to be a presentation that's involved. Now, this is as unscripted as it gets, but a lot of what you watch and what you consume, like your news, your media sources, other social media accounts, those people are all acting. They're putting on a show. They're trying to get your engagement. They're trying to keep your attention because attention is what allows people to make money. It's what the marketplace, you know, needs in order to advertise to you, in order to sell you things. And a lot of those things that they're going to sell you isn't just products and stuff and services. A lot of those things they're going to sell you is ideas and ideology. And now you find yourself being controlled by the filters that you're choosing to consume, whether it's somebody's TikTok account or Facebook or social media account or YouTube or whatever. And if you're consuming things that are entertaining, but maybe not very good for you, let's say, maybe, not very healthy, well, now you've just put an unhealthy filter between you and experiencing the world. So I'm not saying you're always going to consume the most healthiest things. Sometimes the unhealthy stuff is pretty entertaining and funny, but you're going to have to think about it in a certain way. You're going to have to really, you know, be aware of what you're watching and how it's affecting you and how you need to perceive it. So I guess I can just conclude this thing because I don't want it to be too long. So what I want you guys to think about is what are the filters that you're using to put you, very majestic, the dog in the background. What are the filters that you are using to separate you from experiencing the world? What ideology are you following, and how are you allowing yourself to be controlled based on these filters that you put in place? I want you to think about those things, be aware of those things, because there is such a thing as a mind virus. Max wants to get in this video. That's fine though. He's better looking than me. So much better looking than me. But you want to ask yourself, right? What am I following? What am I doing? Is it even real? A lot of you guys are on social media getting really amped up over something political or something that isn't actually a real thing. It's just happening on a simulate on a, in a simulation. That simulation of reality, which isn't reality. You see how that works? You got your own mind and emotions, then other people's way of presenting things and their filters, then social media, the media that you're consuming. You get to a point where you've created an entire universe or an entire world that you live in that actually isn't rooted in an objective reality, isn't real. And you know what? That stuff causes a lot of suffering for a lot of people. It would be nice if we gravitated towards a simulation that was really peaceful and nice, but that's not how our brains work. We tend to be attracted towards chaos and negativity because our brains are designed to find the chaos and negativity so that we can defend ourselves from it and avoid it. It's a survival mechanism. So when you put these filters and simulations out there, and you're going to gravitate towards the negative aspects of that, and what's going to end up happening is you're going to be poisoning your mind. The mind virus is real. It starts with these ideas that get put in your brain, and that creates new ideas, other feelings, other emotions, supporting other ideas. Next thing you know, you're way off base and you're having a pretty miserable life. And you're angry tweeting or angry posting, and it's just not worth it. So, you guys want to start cleaning your lives up a little bit and straightening out your inner game. Start paying attention to the simulation that you've fallen for. It's not real. It's not real life. Start paying attention to the filters that you've put in play, because those filters, some of those aren't serving you too well. I have a group of men that are helping making themselves better. It's over at school. You can click the link on the description and you can join my community for free, where we'll talk about inner game issues and relationship related topics. All right. Thanks again. Right. Well, we're keeping that. Hi. Thank you. You're the best camera woman.